What happened to J-Hope? Why did BTS's Jin have to run to the hospital with a face full of worry? What is the latest condition of BTS lead rapper and dancer after the incident that shocked fans around the world? The K-pop world has been rocked again with shocking news. J-Hope, who had been undergoing intensive training for his first post-military comeback, suddenly collapsed in the middle of a training session. The incident instantly panicked the entire team on site, and it didn't take long for the news to reach Jin BTS. Without thinking, Jin rushed to the hospital to confirm the condition of his friend and groupmate. However, the big question is, why didn't Jin know about J-Hope's condition earlier? Weren't they supposed to be practicing together? Is there something being hidden from the public? J-Hope collapses during rehearsal. ARMY is worried. Everyone knows how dedicated J-Hope is to music and dance. As BTS's main dancer, he is known for his energetic dance style and incredible physical endurance. However, this boundless dedication backfired on his health. To ensure he could give his best performance for this year's comeback, J-Hope underwent rigorous training, even beyond his own physical limits. This raises a big question mark. Why would J-Hope not think about his own health? According to sources within the agency, J-Hope has repeatedly refused to reduce the intensity of his training, despite feeling exhausted several times. He had even complained to BTS's Jin that his body was starting to stiffen up after 2 years of inactive dancing during his military service. However, it seems that his determination to return in top form caught him off guard. Eventually, an unfortunate incident occurred. J-Hope fell on the floor of the training room and lost consciousness. BTS's Jin was shocked and angry. "What are you sacrificing yourself for?" When Jin BTS received the news, he immediately left all his activities and ran to the hospital. A reliable source mentioned that Jin seemed very emotional when he arrived at the hospital. "Why are you pushing yourself like this? What are you sacrificing yourself for?" said Jin in an angry and concerned tone when he saw J-Hope's condition, who was still lying weakly in the hospital bed. It's undeniable that Jin has a special affinity with J-Hope. As the oldest member of BTS, Jin has always felt responsible for the health and well-being of his younger siblings in the group. However, this incident made him very disappointed and sad. He couldn't understand why J-Hope would let himself fall unconscious just for the sake of training. "It's no use training hard if your body can't take it," Jin continued in a stern tone. Jin also felt guilty for not knowing J-Hope's condition earlier. Many fans are asking, where was Jin all this time? Why wasn't he at the training site with J-Hope? Was there a different schedule, or were they intentionally separated for more specific preparations? All of these questions still don't have definitive answers. J-Hope's current condition: hospitalized for several days. After this incident, the medical team immediately treated J-Hope and stated that he was suffering from extreme fatigue. The doctor recommended that J-Hope take a few days of complete rest to recover his physical condition. This was certainly a heavy blow for him, who was eager to return to the stage in top condition. However, the decision to be hospitalized was non-negotiable. More surprisingly, BTS's Jin decided to accompany J-Hope during his recovery. This decision left ARMYs both touched and relieved. Jin really showed how much he cared for his friend. A hospital staff even revealed that Jin brought J-Hope's favorite food and tried to comfort him so that he wouldn't feel too depressed. What will happen next? Will J-Hope's comeback be delayed? After this incident, many have begun to question whether J-Hope's comeback will go ahead as scheduled or if it will be delayed. HYBE and Big Hit Music have yet to give an official statement on this matter. However, given J-Hope's recovery, there will most likely be changes in training and promotion schedules. Meanwhile, BTS fans from around the world continue to send prayers and support for J-Hope's recovery. Social media was filled with hashtags such as "Get Well Soon Hobie" and "We Love You Jin," signaling the amount of care and love given to the two idols. Whatever happens next, one thing is for sure: J-Hope must prioritize his health before returning to the stage. And luckily, he has BTS's Jin by his side to support and look after him. After the shocking incident that saw J-Hope rush to the hospital due to exhaustion while training for his 2025 comeback, the situation at the hospital is now starting to calm down a bit. However, what touched fans even more was how BTS's Jin remained faithful to J-Hope during his recovery. Jin not only came empty-handed, but also brought along a full set of supplies to make sure his best friend was comfortable during his hospitalization. J-Hope, who was still bedridden with an IV attached to his hand, couldn't hide his emotion when he saw Jin coming back after a short time away. A large bag was seen in Jin's hand, which turned out to be filled with various supplies that he had carefully prepared. Jin had not only brought a change of clothes, but also some personal items that could help J-Hope feel more comfortable during his recovery. "Did you seriously bring all this?" J-Hope asked in a weak but grateful voice. Jin, who was busy taking things out of his bag, just took a quick glance and said, "Of course. You think I'm going to let you suffer here with nothing?" Among the items Jin brought, there were warm blankets, several bottles of mineral water, towels, toothbrushes, clean clothes, and J-Hope's favorite snacks. But what surprised J-Hope the most was a small speaker that Jin had brought. "I know you don't like silence," Jin said as he connected the speaker to his phone. Soft music soon filled the hospital room, creating a more comfortable atmosphere for J-Hope. J-Hope's eyes glazed over slightly at the attention Jin was giving him. "Jin Young, you really don't need to do all this. I've caused you enough trouble," he said softly. But Jin just sighed and patted J-Hope's shoulder gently. "Don't say that. I'm not here because I feel compelled. I'm here because I want to make sure you're really okay." J-Hope was silent for a moment, gazing meaningfully at his best friend. He had always been the one to look after and motivate the other members during training, but this time, it was he who was in a weak position and had to accept help from others. "I feel like I'm failing as a performer," J-Hope said suddenly, making Jin look at him sharply. "I was so busy trying to get back into shape that I forgot that my body has limits. I didn't even realize when I started to feel tired. And look at the results now." Jin immediately interrupted with a stern voice. "Don't ever think like that. You're not a failure, Hobby. You're just being too hard on yourself." Jin looked at J-Hope with thoughtful eyes. "What's the point of training so hard if your body just collapses in the end? You should learn to balance hard work with rest." HYBE itself reportedly began reviewing J-Hope's training schedule after this incident. The management realizes that the pressure for a comeback can be overwhelming, but their artist's health remains a top priority. A source from HYBE stated that they will pay more attention to J-Hope's physical condition and ensure that he no longer pushes himself beyond his limits.